Hello, this is Joe from Nerd in Korea. I'm doing a very different kind of video today. I think people might just despise this, but I'm going to go through a bunch of my cards I've ordered over the last, I think, probably 3 years, and I'm going to try and sort them into how I actually want to put them into my decks. This is partly because I need to upgrade a specific deck. I'm going to go over that in a sec. But yeah, so this is going to be a very different kind of video. I have no idea if anyone even wants to watch this, but yeah. Anyway, here I go. So first of all, as usual, by budget I mean $2 or less. I'm using the TCG market value. These ones, again, I have ordered probably over the last, the ones I'm going to review today, or sort today, I think it's like 2 years, maybe a little more, but anyway, they might be a little over my budget, but most of them are in that range. So yeah, occasionally one is above, but anyway, okay. So yeah, once again, I recommend not doing this. This is a bad habit I have. This picture in the background, this is the actual picture of my shelf. I'm going to back it up here so you can see that more clearly. That's my actual shelf with the cards I want to sort. That's hundreds of cards. A few of them have been sorted already, kind of in the back. They're sorted at least, but yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Don't do this. Basically, if you're going to order cards, know what deck you're going to put them into and just put them in that deck. Don't just make these huge piles like I did. Don't be like me, kids. Anyway, okay. Oh, here we go. All right. Alright, so first I'm going to introduce my decks and talk about them very, very quickly, hopefully, because otherwise this video is going to be ridiculously long. And yeah, give you a brief rundown. I believe there are 9. So yeah, Saheeli the Gifted. Alright, an Izzet deck. This was originally a pre-con. I have switched out almost everything, so there's very little left of what the pre-con was. This is all about using her +1. The one that, yeah, the next spell that you cast this turn costs 1 less to cast for each artifact you control as you cast it. So I want to get lots of artifacts, artifact tokens, whatever kind of artifacts I can get down, and then, yeah, basically cost a big X, or cast a big X cost spell. That will take out my opponents. So this is all about getting to that end game. This deck is flexible. I'm actually going to do a budget version of this soon. That's really focused on like that X spell win con. My not budget deck I actually think is, well, it's fairly budget still, but yeah, I think it's more flexible. But I almost think I should probably change some of the things to what I have in the budget one. It's a little bit better in some ways. Chatterfang Squirrel General. Okay, I think most people know Chatterfang. Golgari, aristocrat, all about making tokens, and then he can make extra squirrel tokens, sacrifice those, and start blowing up things on your opponent's board, right? He could take out creatures really easily. So yeah, he's very good at that. People love squirrels, you know, yeah. So we got Arden and Rograk. I believe it's Rograk, but anyway. Okay, so Arden allows you to equip things for free, but you can, once per turn, you can put any equipment or auras you want onto one creature. You can move a whole bunch onto one creature. This is very useful, especially with Rograk. He has a 0 casting cost, so the first time you cast him to the command zone, it's 0, and he's a 0/1. First strike, menace, trample. So he's just great for throwing equipment on, right? You throw a bunch of equipment on him and he's just instantly very scary. So yeah, it's all about basically Voltron commander damage, win con. Alesha Who Smiles at Death. So this is one of the first, kind of going back, first decks I made that was kind of all by myself. I guess not pre-con. So yeah, this is an ally kindred deck. It's really just about like using her recursion to like trigger all those ally abilities. So yeah, she's very good at that. a lot of the allies have power 2 or less, so that can be very good too. And yeah, you get to just keep kind of surprising people by having just a pile of triggers every combat is the idea. Castle of the Broken Hero. I actually did a video on this deck. It's very budget. I think it was under $45 or under $40. I hate saying that because every time I check it, it seems like they go way up. But anyway, Jeskai Commander. So yeah, all about the Convoke. It's all about the Convoke. Okay, the Lae'zel and Master Chef. So yeah, she gives everything +1/+1 counters. Master Chef doubles the amount of +1/+1 counters, or gives you an extra +1, not double. Sorry, I'm thinking of 1. So yeah, you're gonna always be, as long as your commander's on the battlefield. This is what the background. So it's an enchantment kind of partner commander. But yeah, Selesnya and +1/+1 counters, always good with Selesnya, right? And multiple sources of mass trample to take the win. This is about, you get lots of those counters down, and then there's multiple ways to get trample, and then just trample to the win. Yeah. Teysa Karlov. Okay, this is also one of my oldest decks. She's Orzhov, meaning white-black, obviously, and the top-rated budget commander for aristocrats on EDH Rec, which is well-deserved. She gives creature tokens vigilance and lifelink. Great combo. And she doubles any triggers caused by something, a creature, I don't want to use the D word, going to the graveyard, you might say. And yeah, remember, any trigger caused by that happening, not just the trigger attached to the creature. She doubles a whole mass of things. Like, if one of your creatures goes to the graveyard, do 1 damage to each opponent, 2 damage. She doubles all those triggers as well. So yeah, very, very useful. Averna, the Chaos Bloom. I actually haven't gotten to play this one a lot. I have upgraded it, but not played it. Anyway, okay, so as you, again, Temur Commander, as you cascade, put a land card from among the exiled cards into the battlefield tapped. So this is huge on ramp, right? She's a Temur that can ramp like just crazy. You can get multiple cascades per turn, so she can get like multiple lands in every single turn, which will help you cast bigger and bigger cascade, which will, anyway, keep kind of feeding into this cycle of just cascade and then, yeah, land, cascade, land. Yeah. Having more ways to recast creatures and get recursion would be useful in this deck. That's kind of what I'm looking for in this deck, but yeah. It's all about the big cost creatures and getting bonuses from big spells. Seferi of the Hidden Ways. Esper Commander. This is why I want to do the sorting. Next week I'm going to actually do a deck tech on him, or a deck check-in on this guy. And yeah, this is all about, like, I went through this deck and I was like, wow, this deck is terrible. I made such a bad deck. Why is the deck so bad? And a lot of the cards in it are like, they're good cards. They just don't make any sense to have in that deck. It's not like I just threw a whole bunch of garbage into a pile and called it a deck. These are potentially good cards that just don't belong there. So yeah, I need some replacements, definitely. So anyway, yeah, all about activating, yeah, the dungeon mechanic, doubling the rooms. Whenever they trigger, you get double that. The dungeon mechanic is underappreciated, I think underliked, somewhat deservedly so, but yeah. Anyway, take the initiative. I think adding that did help fix it. That was their attempt to fix it. Still underpowered, but not super underpowered. What this really is an evasion deck. So it's all about, like, flying or just unblockable creatures and being able to get that damage in without anyone, like, hopefully really realizing before you've taken the game. Also a lot of effects that will just like cut people's life total in half, or like reduce their life down to like 10 or whatever it may be. So yeah, looking for a lot of effects that just like cut people's life totals down, and then you can use the evasion to take the win. All right, here we go. So Aragorn, Company Leader. This is actually something I bought for a deck I'm making right now, so I need another pile already. Oh no. Deliberate, useful card, but not really in this deck, or these decks, sorry. Useful, but not these. Oh yeah, this is actually something I got from my Averna. Empowered Auto Generator, once again very useful, but not in these decks. Void Rend. This is a card I think should be not budget forever, so yeah. If you've got these, make sure you keep them in good condition. Obscura Charm. Hey, I got my things together already. That's nice. Timely Ward. Get to cast it as though it had flash if you control your commander. This is just a very good commander card to have all the time. You can just make a commander indestructible all of a sudden. So I don't have a specific deck, but I should... Command Sphere. Okay, kinda in any deck. Spark Harvest, again, very useful to have in a bunch of decks. So this is my pile where it's off camera, but I'm putting kind of useful in many decks cards, and then kind of my A useful cards. So I got Timely Ward and Aragorn there. Anyway, Shattered Seraph. I think people in general aren't crazy about this. I want it for the mana fixing, that's all. The creature, meh. Being able to like make a land produce all the mana you want, that's actually worthwhile. I keep cutting it anyway though, so I say that, but... Oh, that's not bad. Recursion's always nice. Rampaging Baloths. Okay, this actually cut from my Chatterfang deck, but maybe we should go back in. Lion Sash. I was actually just looking at this on the list today. This is going to go in a deck that I'm making right now. Okay, that's not bad. Again, just tons of ETBs. That's going to make tons and tons of ETBs. It's weird that it does not say it's tapped and attacking as well. It just looks like it's a copy of the creature that doesn't do anything else, but potentially great, right? So, Sir Conrad. He's a great one. Supernatural Stamina, another Spark Harvest, and Unearth. I'm not sure if this is budgeted anymore. It shouldn't be, really. Return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand with mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard to your hand, or to the battlefield, straight to the battlefield, right? That's why it's good, and it has cycling too. Oh boy, that's a good card. You know what? That could find a home somewhere. Let me think. I'm gonna consider that over there. Check for traps. Again, can go into a deck I'm making. Actually, maybe I'll separate those. Yeah. Great, a little trick there. very nice to like punish people with. I'm gonna put that into a deck. Okay, I guess that can go with my Esper, maybe. So it makes tokens. It's super expensive though. This, once again, is something I was planning to put into a deck. I think I will put it over here. Oh, yeah. That is going into that. I'm planning deck, a deck I'm planning. This is very nice. It's a very kind of selective as well though, right? You need a targeted effect, but you can counter it if it targets a permanent you control. It is nice that it says permanent and not like creature or artifact or something like that. So, still pretty good, but yeah. Dismantling blow. And yeah, it's target removal. It costs 3 or 6 with a kicker, but if you pay the 6, it's also going to be card draw. Little pricey, I think. CMC, a little too high. Phantom Ninja can't be blocked. There you go. Hostage Taker, a nice one for an Esper. Giant Albatross. This card is like over 20 years old. It's got some wear and tear if you can't tell, but I like the card. But Passus Prime. Reclaim. I was actually looking for more of these. I knew I had them. I think I have one in my Chatterfang already, but if I don't, I'll put another one. Sundering Growth. Once again, for a deck I'm planning. Planning too many decks, probably. And you can just start blowing up. Yeah, this is great because Pentarch Paladin. So for 5, 3 whites, it's a little bit pricey for a 3/3, but yeah, when it comes into play, choose a color. For 2 white, tap it. Destroy target permanent of the chosen color. Target permanent. Just targeted removal of a particular color whenever you want. So yeah, doesn't care if it's an enchantment, artifact, creature, whatever you want. Yeah, very, very good. Rite of Harmony. Again, this is going into a deck I've been planning. Actually, wait, this should go here now that I'm thinking. Trine Strike. The Infect, if I want an alternate win con in there. Swiftfoot Boots can go in a lot of things. I'll put it to my good pile. Expel. Tap creature. You know what? If you're going to have removal, cheaper or fewer conditions. Being able to cause creatures to fight is nice. There are cheaper versions of this, right? So we can use this though, but definitely cheaper versions. I'm gonna put this in the other one. Yeah, there it is. Fog. Fog is the much cheaper version. I think it is still budget, but yeah, this lower CMC option, I should say. Selesnya Cluestone, that goes there. Soul Guide Lantern. I'm not sure if this is still budget or not. You can exile opponents' graveyards. This is a nice thing to have in any deck, really. So yeah. And when it enters the battlefield, exit target card from a graveyard. So yeah. You can also draw a card with it if you really don't care about other people's graveyards. But anyway. Flying and Haste is nice. It's not fantastic, but I will consider it for the equipment deck. Okay, +1/+1 counter for attacking. I do have, you know what? There's a deck I might put this in. No, it's out. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's already a better version of that. Okay. So tap +1/+1 on a creature and tap down an opponent's creature. Once again, it's not bad. This is something I already cut, I believe. Oh, this gets big fast. So yeah, that's nice to have. I'm going to put it in the equipment, but actually, you know what? Yeah, +1/+1 counters deck. I think that makes more creatures. So yeah. Now that I'm thinking even more out loud, I've got another deck to put that in. So yeah. A deck I haven't finished yet. Being able to, when it enters the battlefield, I don't want to use the 1D word because YouTube doesn't like it, but yeah. It will put all of its counters on another creature. That's a great thing to have. Okay. Oh, go get some lands. That's always nice to have. And shuffle. Okay, I'll put it in my Cascade deck just because it allows you to shuffle. That's more what I'm looking for. This is great anti-black, right? Someone's going to, especially in Commander, someone's going to be playing black. Compost is just an awesome card to have. I'm actually going to put that in my binder. Light of Day. Black creatures can't attack or block. Again, to binder, that's just an amazing card. Court of Bounty. I'm pretty sure this is not budget anymore. That is a tough call. That you can cheat creatures into play, basically, without casting them. I think I will go with my, +1/+1 counters deck. Okay, that's alright, but not good enough. Ooze Flux. You can start making ooze by removing counters. That's actually pretty cool. An Order of Nylea again. Hey, sure. We'll do another one. I only did one of my 6 piles so far. Oh my gosh. Tranquil Landscape. Oi. Yeah, okay. You are already supposed to be... Oh, wait. Am I missing a commander? Where is my... Uh-oh. And yeah, I'm missing one. Great. My Tazri, my Wooburg is out. Illicit Shipment. This is such an amazing tutor. Casualty 2 or 3. So if you sacrifice a creature that has 3 or more attack power, you go find 2 things for 5. 2 cards. Oh my god, yeah. 2 cards to your hand for 5 mana. Again, it does have a condition, but it's crazy, crazy good. I'm going to put that in my good pile. Arcane Signet. Okay, you know what? Sure. Balin. Alright, this is one that I underrated, I think. I originally took it out of my equipment deck, and I wish I hadn't. Mostly because this right here, right? Attach all equipment, you control the Balin for 1 and a white. That is something you can do at any time, right? You can activate it during someone else's turn. So if they attack you, you're like, okay, now I've got this huge monster of a guy that you have to contend with. So yeah, you might even think like, I've got an evasion so I can get by you. And then you're like, oh, now he's flying. Make a stand. Good. Kind of outpaced now. Your temple is under attack is, I think, a better option in this now. So yeah. It kind of got, I don't know, outplayed. Unleash Flurry. Very, very useful for commander damage, right? If you're going to go commander damage, if you have double strike and that, you only need like 6 damage on your commander to be able to pull it off. This I just cut as well. It's a good card. Again, this is just double damage, but it also takes double damage. So, without, Indestructible, it's a little Seraphic Greatsword once again. Vivid Crag, Dismal Blackwater, Escape Tunnel. Okay, Escape Tunnel is one you should have basically upgraded Evolving Wilds and things like that. Okay? So yeah, you can use it for evasion if it's a creature with power 2 or less can't be blocked, or go get a land, right? So if you don't need the mana fixing, just get the free attack in. Definitely an upgrade to those. And Warped Landscape. This I like as well, but it is basically like the same idea of Evolving Wilds. It costs 2 mana to do that though, but what it does do is it taps for a colorless. So if you don't need mana fixing, you can just go ahead and keep using it. Nice, but yeah. Dwarven Mine, okay. These are okay. The gain 1 life lands. If you don't have any other dual lands, put those in. This should have been in already. Choose a creature type. Creatures that aren't of the chosen type get -3/-3 until end of turn. Yeah. Ally Kindred deck, hello. And just go ahead and if you've got a Kindred deck, you get this, right? One-sided board wipe. Maybe not a board wipe, but anything with power 3 or less, even indestructible creatures, gone. I actually cut this again. Don't know if I should have. So he grants all kinds of things to all of your creatures on attack. If any of your other creatures have it. Once again, this was in my deck. Or in my equipment deck, and I took it out. Okay, these again, I accidentally put things I had cut in there. This is a great card. I don't really have a use for it though. Nykthos Paragon. If you have a life gain deck, you can turn that life gain to +1/+1 counters on each creature you control. So at the start of your turn, gain a bunch of life. Put that many +1/+1 counters on each creature you control. Do this only once each turn. So just make sure you've got some big life gain at the start of your turn, and you're just making a huge army. Actually, I'll put that there. Not that there's life gain in it yet, but it's an option. This is good, but I think I actually have it in my that deck already. Oh, I meant to put this into my equipment deck again. Soul's Fire already, Burning Anger already in. Fireblade Charger and Cacophony Scamp are all already in my deck. So yeah, once again, these are all cards that basically, whenever he goes to the graveyard, deal damage equal to his power to any target. So yeah. Kind of stacking a bunch of abilities that do that. So basically you throw all your equipment on him, and then you can sacrifice him with an effect like this, and then you can just start taking out other players. So yeah, that is the plan. Shielded by Faith, giving something indestructible. Always nice. Definitely not budget anymore. Secluded Courtyard never was budget. Sword of the Animus, not budget. I should check if that's in my Tazri deck though. Rashmi and Ragavan. I meant this, I'm pretty sure is still budget. I meant to put this into my Temur deck. Day of the Dragons. Okay, this is something that... Okay, this is kind of a neat one. So when it enters the battlefield, exile all creatures you control, then create that many 5/5 dragon creature tokens with flying. And when it leaves the battlefield, put everything back. Basically, you sacrifice all the dragon tokens, and you put everything else back. So as long as you have a way to get this back to your hand, it's basically just like a win con. Yeah. 7, it's expensive, but it's a win con, right? Guttural Response. Counter target blue instant spell. This is like to counter spells, basically. That, if it's not in my Temur deck, is going in. kind of nice and something where you want to make tokens primarily. You know what? Yeah. Desolation Giant. Oh, yeah. Okay, here's another one that when he comes into play, destroy all other creatures you control. Or if you paid the kicker cost, again, that's coming to 6 now with the kicker, 2 white kicker. It destroys all other creatures instead. So you're going to play this, it's just going to blow up the whole board, and then you equip him with everything, giving him haste as well. And then you just, yeah, take the win right there. That's your win con, or a win con. So he can draw a card, discard a card, or just make a bunch of mana for mana value, only to if he casts spells mana value 5 or higher, or X in their mana cost. Okay, again, in my Teamer deck, it's not going to all over 5, right? We're going to look for things that are over 5. Nadir's Nightblade. I think that's already in my Chatterfang, but if it's not, I think this is already in my, equipment deck as well. This is a great thing to have for your equipment. So, equipped creatures you control get +1/+1 whenever an equipped creature you control dies. I'm not supposed to use that word. Draw a card. I'm only not putting that in a pile because it's already there. But if you've got an equipment deck with white, get that for sure. Prowler's Helm. I thought I didn't have one of these actually. So equipped creatures can't be blocked except by walls. Not a lot of walls these days. It's basically unblockable. Equip 2 unblockable. Okay, that is going in my evasion deck. Easy choice there. Take the initiative. So yeah. And if they block them, they lose 5 life. It's a hilarious version of evasion. I love it. Arms of Hadar. Creatures target player controls gets -2/-2 until end of turn. I'm not sure how much this costs. I hope it's budget. I would definitely say look into this one. -2/-2 to all your opponents can do a lot of damage. Okay, Teysa is going to like that one. Rug of Smothering. Kind of a neat one. If you're not really planning to cast a lot of spells, this could be really good. But not really what I'm looking for here. Take the initiative. But he's in red, so why do I have this? Okay. Goading a creature isn't bad, but still not quite there. Forcing creatures to fight each other can be very, very good. Especially if you've got big ones, like the +1/+1 counters make. Arcane Encyclopedia. 3 tap to draw a card. Extra card draw is always nice. I'm putting this on my B list. Nothic, right. This is a great roll card. I don't have a deck of rolling though, or a rolling deck. So I built one, a budget one. I don't think it had black in the identity, but taking that one out. Yeah, Safana, Kalimport Cutthroat. So at the beginning of your end step, if you have the initiative, create a treasure token. Create 3 treasure tokens if you completed a dungeon. Oh my, that's a definite going in. Wild Magic Surge is already in that deck. I didn't realize how many doubles I had. Oh. So when Entros take the initiative, whenever a equipped creature becomes blocked, it deals 2 damage to each creature blocking it. It's not great, but maybe. Alter a Ball. Okay, so you can make a token Exile a creature you control. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate only as a sorcery. So for 2 and a black, you basically have a good amount of recursion. I do have that in a deck already, so I'm going to put that foil one into my binder, I think. This is basically, yeah, returning creature cards from your graveyard to your hand if there are 4 or more. This is a very, very good ability. And I am thinking Teysa again. Getting things to your graveyard. Hey, draw 2 cards at the beginning of your turn. You're going to draw 2 cards and put 1 into your graveyard. You look at the top 2 cards, you put 1 into your graveyard, and then you draw the other one. So basically, yeah. Not quite Surveil, but yeah, same idea. Okay, Ghost Lantern gets a card back from your graveyard to your hand, not the battlefield. Useful, definitely, but yeah. Whenever a creature you control dies, put a +1/+1 counter on the creature. I said it again. Okay. I guess once I say it once, it's pretty much done with. And, okay, that's an interesting one, but not really very niche. Okay, Fauna Shaman. I'm actually quite sure this is not budget, but very good. And that is definitely going to Averna because you want to be able to get those creatures for the win cons. Being able to get +1/+1 counters just for casting spells, that's awesome. When your opponents cast spells. Whenever a player, right, including your opponents, Lava Burst. This is a Saheeli card right here. I forgot about this even. To target creature or player. Wow, very flexible as well. Okay, that's definitely a Saheeli card. Up the Beanstalk. I forgot about this one as well. Not budget, sadly, but yeah. Cast a spell with mana value 5 or greater, draw a card. Actually, no, wait, the price on this came down. It might be budget again. It went not budget again. Being able to put a +1/+1 on each creature you control, and you got a sack outlet. That's quite good. Alanda is not budget anymore, so I'll try to avoid her. Plarg and Nassari. Basically casting extra spells for free, even from other people's decks. Research Thief. Okay. I guess technically Saheeli. Don't think I'm actually going to use that though. Wait, where did I put my Saheeli now? Oh, Saheeli over here. Yeah, okay. I thought I'd have space to organize, but I don't. Oh, this nice little ramp spell here. You can also make a land into a land creature. Actually, one of my students would be, or my former student now, he moved to the United States, but yeah, he'd be able to use that. Gruff Triplets. Okay, this is another one that came down in price recently, and it was budget, then not, and then back again. So yeah. You can make 2 copies of it when it enters the battlefield, and then, yeah, when that dies, put another +1/+1 counters on it equal to each creature you control named Gruff Triplets. So you make you cast this, you make 2 of them, you copy until, yeah. Witch's Vanity. Okay, it's not bad. Nice little saga. Devilish Valet. Okay, this is definitely something where even I think it's better. It'd be better in the deck I'm working on. It's one of my alliance suggestions actually. War Cadence. Okay, this turn creatures can't block unless their controller plays X for each blocking creature he or she controls. So it's kind of like a reverse Pillow Fort. I love this card. I am going to actually put this in a deck I'm making. Seraph Realm Eater. I do like that card, but he's a commander, not a 99 for sure. And this one, again, I'm just going to go, So you get 6 mana just for him attacking, and you don't lose, until end of turn, you do not lose this mana as steps and phases end. At the end of the turn, you still lose it, of course, but he costs 6 and he makes 6 mana when he attacks. Oh my. Every time he attacks. Dauntless Dismantler. Okay. Destroy each, for XX white, just sacrifice. Destroy each artifact with mana value X. So yeah. If you can keep getting her onto the battlefield, or is that, yeah, then you can just keep blowing up all these artifacts. Especially, remember, most mana rocks are gonna be 2 or 3 value. So yeah, or you could destroy everyone's soul rings in Commander, I guess. Oh. I actually have a different version of this in the deck already. Yeah. I do love this as well. I love all the Aura Curse, but whenever a non-token creature enchanted player controls dies, exile it and you gain a 1/2 spider creature token with reach. This is great not just because of the effect or making tokens. This is great because if someone else has a graveyard strategy or a lot of recursion they're doing, this just shuts it down, right? It's exiling instead. Definitely need to put that in my Cheddar Fang. Double good in Cheddar Fang. I don't know. It's I guess no, just because I would put it in my Cascade deck, but you can't use Cascade to pay kicker cost. So yeah, that's out. Ooh, lifelink and indestructible until end of turn. That's actually quite good. I'm gonna put that in my pile over there. Actually, I know where to put that. I'm making a Primilicon deck that's all about messing with people's combat and turns and stuff like that. I'll definitely use that. Oh! I forgot about this entirely. That can go into my equipment deck again. When he dies, he does damage equal to his power to any target. Did I misread that? Yeah, to any target. Okay, good. Oh, yeah. Okay. Makes a token when he... Oh, he has Enlist as well. Maybe that's what I thought was good. This has Enlist. I guess I was on an Enlist kick. This is potentially good in one deck. The Primilicon. Okay. I don't know what I was thinking there. Oh, a good fight card. I wish I had seen that before. I should have put this in. I did a fight deck. I should have put that in. Oh well. Terra Sunder. Oh, I do have one of these. Okay.
This is great. Okay, so it's a removal for 1 and a green. Exile target artifact or enchantment. If the spell is kicked, instead exile non-land permanent instead. So you're exiling, not destroying, exiling, and yeah. It can do artifact enchantment, which are the two main things I always want to focus on, or just anything. It costs 4 for anything, which is expensive, but the flexibility on this is crazy. Like, plan A is usually the first thing you want, is the main thing. Okay. Auto damage is nice. I guess if you could flicker this would be good. But not really what I'm looking for here. Another enlist. I think this is all about the enlist. Destroy target artifact is nice, but no thanks. Oh! Okay, so for 3, you can actually return 2 target things to your hand, and you're going to gain 2 life on top of it. Creature card and permanent card. So yeah, you can get 2 things back and gain 2 life for 3 mana. That's a good deal. Okay. That's what I should actually... Urborg Repossession. Alright. Tribute to Urborg. Sensing a theme here. Ah, okay. This is like a Spellslinger card. It's different. I've been working on Spellslinger decks for like years now that I keep not building. Ah, +1/+1 on each creature you control. So yeah. Gets +2/+2 until target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn for 1, which is meh. But yeah, the main thing is the kicker, right? For 4, you're also putting a +1/+1 counter on each creature. That's going to be useful. Flying Death Touch Drake, not bad. I would prefer some way to like get it back to my hand though. Actually, you know what? I'm just because of the Flying Death Touch combo, I'm putting it in my pile for my Cascade Teamer deck. Putrefy. Hey, I actually took these out of my deck, but I might put it back in. You know what? I'm gonna put one of those in. Putrefy is very good. Too expensive. Yeah. No, thank you. 4 to get 1 creature back. Oh wait, did I? Oh, to the battlefield. Okay. 4 to get a creature back to the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter. That's actually that's not too bad. All right. Just gotta target the right creature. Okay. Potentially good, but Manglehorn I love. Alright, so enters the battlefield, destroy target artifact. Artifacts your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. Okay, that's a whole pile of mean sauce right there. So yeah, Cascade definitely. Itali. Always mean to put Itali into decks. He never quite makes the cut. Okay, once again, keep meaning to make these wizard decks. I never get around to finishing it. Okay, potentially useful. Card draw. Simic card draw, and you just need a bunch of creatures with different power. Somewhat unreliable, I guess I'd say, is my complaints there. Decisive Denial. I do like the the fight or counter a spell unless its controller pays 3. This is nice for Cascade, just because like you can get it to do something no matter what. Also, my Cascade deck is mostly big creatures, so if they fight, I can find something to use as removal. Oh, I see. I just want to make tokens with this. No, thank you. Oh, that ain't bad. Removal spell that creates a token. Chatterfang likes that. Tend the pests. Okay. This is actually pretty good. You do need a decent sized creature. Maybe not even a decent sized creature, but yeah. I think Chatterfang can pull that off. We got some +1/+1 counters in a Chatterfang deck, so that might work out. Shivan Harvest. This is actually a really good card. Surprisingly budget. Sacrifice a creature, destroy target non-basic land. This, if you have red, you should really have this in your deck, just because like you're gonna have to deal with someone's lands being annoying. Cabal coffers and things like that. Just take them out. Okay. Making squirrel sounds nice, but if it's only one ranger class, I actually have this in the deck already. This is a great card. When it was on Arena, I love that. That was a game winner for me. Once again, I think this is more of a... Oh, this can go in my deck I'm making. Spellslinger, once again. Okay. Draw a card or put a +1/+1 counter down. I think I could, yeah, maybe. And damn, yeah, destroy target creature. A creature destroyed this way can't be regenerated and overload. So yeah, you're going to cast it for your overload cost. Board wipe. Very nice little board wipe. Quartzwood Crasher. So if you do trample damage, you make a XX dinosaur, where X is the amount of trample damage dealt, basically. Very nice. Very nice. Fit right in with my Cascade deck is all about trample, so yeah. I'm going to have to double check that one. He just makes a mass amount of, so when he enters the battlefield, create a tap Power Stone token for each other creature you control. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. You don't need a whole lot of creatures to get value out of this, because he's just like, even if you have 3 creatures, that's 3 mana rocks, basically. Those power stones can only be used for artifacts, so there's a bit of a downside there, but it's not much. Okay. That's a weird one. I get it, yeah, token generation I wanted, but no thank you. And yeah, getting that draw 2 cards, lose 2 life, or -1/-1 for creatures your opponents control until end of turn. That's actually very, very good. We want those death triggers coming in, right? Oh boy, I'm already at 45 minutes. Oh my, okay. Priest of Forgotten Lore, not bad, but no thank you. Campus Guide, potentially useful. Again, he just gets you a basic land. Thropter Spy Network, I actually took that out recently. Greed, This is a very good one. Again, used to be like a over $5 card and now is pennies. So yeah, something to consider. 1 black, pay 2 life, draw a card. Really useful. Savvy Hunter. If you've got a Golgari food deck, this is something you want. Unfortunately, my Chatterfang doesn't really do food. If I kind of retool it, maybe that would be really good though. And sacrifice 2 foods to draw a card. So yeah. And she's all about making more tokens as well, which is great for our Chatterfang here. Granting trample and +2/+2 to a creature for casting green spell. You know what? I will go for Chatterfang again, even though that wouldn't be bad in my... Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of things that would work for that, but you know what? Ascend from Avernus. I cannot believe this is not way up in price. I think actually I would look at my Convoke deck for that. This is not a budget card, that's for sure. I should put that in something. Stony Silence. It used to be budget, but activated abilities of artifacts can't be activated. Oh my. It's a mean one. In the binder you go. Damn. I think we just had that, didn't we? Do I have 2 of those? Uh-oh. And any kind of, again, death trigger, we're going to put right into our, tap up to 5 opponents that player controls. And yeah, target player has to skip their next untap step. So yeah, oh boy. Kind of a maybe sneaky win con, yeah. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. That's useful in the right deck, but not in the... I don't really have a life gain deck, so yeah. This I feel like should be more popular. If it went to the battlefield, that'd be like a crazy good thing. If its power was lower, I would consider it for... actually, you know what? I'm going to put that in my B list. But for the Alesha LA deck, maybe. But no. Just because the CMC is high, and anyway, yeah. Pledge of Loyalty. Has protection from the colors of permanents you control. Super interesting card. Tazri, hello Wooburg. So this is just going to give a permanent protection from any color you control. From your own colors. Okay, yeah. Tazri for sure. Okay. Slip through space. Evasion, card draw. Hey. Shimmermere. Once again, I would say in artifacts at instant speed. Hello, possible equipment deck, yeah. This can't be blocked as long as defending player controls an artifact. That's quite good. They're probably going to have one, right? Oh, destroy artifact or deal 1 damage. Okay. 3 mana's not great, but I'm gonna say a maybe for that, the Primilicon deck I'm working on. Oh, Rebel, right. I was looking at making a Rebel deck for a while, and there are some good Rebel options. They're really good at searching out other Rebels. I'm gonna have a little T. Yeah, Rebels are great at like searching out other Rebels. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Again, wizard. Treasure Keeper. I actually like this one. So when it does, reveal cards on the top of your library until you reveal a non-land card with mana value 3 or less. Cast the card without paying its mana cost. And put all the revealed cards in the bottom. You know what? That's a trigger that she can double. Getting 2 cards with mana value 3 or less is pretty awesome if you have that double death trigger. And getting a whole bunch of extra damage out for casting big spells, basically. And whenever, so yeah, cast a spell with 4, 5, 6. It deals 4 damage to any target. And if you cast a power with power 7 or greater, deals 4 damage to each opponent and each creature and planeswalker they control. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Okay, that's useful. Not really something I'm looking for. That I can actually use in a different deck, I think. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, no, my, yeah, she likes to make a lot of tokens, so that would be good. Twin Flame. This is, yeah, a wizard card. Rampaging Balos, we already have. That's actually a proxy. I know, you guys don't like that. Aqueous Form, alright. Evasion and Scry. Hey. Counter target creature spell. Actually have a separate pile for those. That, I have a different version of that in the deck already. I don't need that. That goes there. Good card, but don't need that. Whenever you gain life, put that many +1/+1 counters on this creature. Oh, on this creature. Okay. Again, could be useful, but not really with what I'm looking at. Oh, okay. Just basically trapping something. Nice to have. I'll put that in my maybe pile. Wild Growth, extra mana. Costs 1 mana. Every turn you can tap a land for extra green mana. Basically pays for itself on the first turn. Nice kind of ramp. Lock down a creature. Always a good option, so I'm going to go ahead and put that down. Historic spells, they had flash in the right deck, awesome, but don't have that deck. Archon of Absolution. So yeah, creatures can't attack you or a planeswalker you control unless the controller pays 1 for each of those creatures. Pretty sure that this is not a budget card anymore, but yeah. Gloomstalker. If you've completed a dungeon, he has double strike. Take the initiative. Does nothing else? No, thank you. Sun Titan again. Always nice to have an extra Sun Titan kicking around. So again, this is choose to return from the wilds. Search your library for basic land card. Put onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. A 1/1 white human token or create a food token. Okay, you know what? That's a Chatterfang card right there. And he can make a pile of tokens, and every time a token leaves the battlefield. Yeah, just token, doesn't say creature token. He gets a +1/+1, and then when he's gone, he's going to make a whole pile of things. Yeah, that sounds like a nice one. Rampant Growth. Good maybe card. Baked into a Pie. Destroy target creature. Create a food token. Very, very funny. I think it's a funny one. But, Probably not going to use it. Just 4 CMC is too high, right? Bone Horde. Super useful. Gonna put into the I hadn't thought of this one. Make squirrel tokens equal to your devotion to black. Hopefully you have a way to flicker him or something, or recur him. But anyway, Cheddarfang deck can do that. Alright, take it easy.